This is the Boston College football story.
College Game Day has confirmed that Boston College has a new head coach, and it is Jeff Hafley.
A new era in Chestnut Hill for the BC football team. Jeff Hafley running his first practices as head coach.
Jeff Hafley, the new head football coach.
Taking care of business up at Chestnut Hill. Jeff Hafley.
The Jeff Hafley era is officially underway.
It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be real. And when we get there, it's going to be special. So I'm going to ask you again to get in. And I'm going to ask you guys to get in. And I'm going to ask you guys to get in. And we got to ask everybody to get in. Go Eagles!
When we set out to find a new coach, we wanted someone that was a teacher. And we wanted someone that could compete and win and wants to win. And we found all of those and more in this guy, Jeff Hafley.
I'm here to tell you, I'm in. I'm here and I'm in. And what I'd ask the students, get in. What I'd ask the BC community, get in. What I'd ask this football team, get in.
Just a one-handed grab. Over the middle, it's picked off by the Eagles.
We're gonna compete. We're gonna compete in everything we do, guys, and I mean that. We're gonna wake up and we're gonna compete. We're gonna go to school, we're gonna compete. We're gonna compete with ourselves, we're gonna compete with each other. And when we finally get to put the ball down and play, whoever lines up against us, we're gonna compete with them too.
End zone, touchdown, Hunter Long. Spun around like a top by Isaiah McDuffie.
And I'm going to tell you guys something. The ACC is going to start to have a lot more rivalries than they think they do.
Intercepted.
What a play by Brandon Sebastian.
For all you guys, get in, because it is gonna be real, it's gonna be special, and we are gonna do this together. Thank you, guys. My vision, like I said in the press conference, is, each day we're gonna get better. And I think it is gonna take time to get where we wanna be, because I'm not gonna rush, and I'm not gonna take shortcuts where it's a quick fix here, but in the long run it doesn't work. We're gonna work hard, and we're gonna build this thing the right way with good people. I'm not gonna waver from that. And then my vision is we become a top 25 program, where, you have a magical moment, where you make a magical run, like we've had here before. And that's my vision, to bring those moments back.
Those moments came from many moments of hard work out of the spotlight. This is the story of that toil, building momentum. A story of family, of true student athletes. This is the Boston College football story.
My coaching philosophy, it's a good question, one that we could probably spend a lot of time on. But I think to sum it up, I think this is what people would say about me. One, I'm very consistent. What you see is what you get. But the way I look at things is like this, as the head coach. When things are going really, really well and everybody feels really, really good about themselves and all the players are happy and you're winning and things are great, that's when I'm the hardest on the guys. That's when every detail matters, every step matters. That's when the process matters. And it's not always about the result, because you might have won, but the process wasn't right. And eventually it's going to get you. So when times are good, I'm the hardest and I'm the most detailed. When times are bad, that's probably when I'm probably the most upbeat person, because that's when people are gonna need me to be upbeat, need me to be the guy smiling, need me to be the guy picking people up when people are down. So that would be my quick little version of my philosophy on how I treat people. But again, the biggest thing is the consistency. Never changing who I am and never flinching.
They had wondered if they would get this opportunity. The world of COVID-19 had changed the schedule, the protocols, but not the attitude. Jeff Hafley's BC coaching debut came in the new normal for sports. First up, a trip to Durham, North Carolina to face the Duke Blue Devils. No non-conference warm-up, a dive right into ACC football. His new team already a brotherhood against whatever they face, on or off the football field. They had worked so hard to sharpen their game and were ready to put it on display.
Phil Jurkovic is the starting quarterback.
New quarterback Phil Jurkovic was making his first start since high school. If he was nervous, it didn't show.
They're going to go to the ground game, go around the edge and close to the first down near
that offensive line, all ACC across the front wall. You can bet they're going to lean on that offensive line here.
Buying a little bit of time, dumping it off, now across the 40-yard line.
It was a perfectly scripted way to open the season.
BC was 5th in the conference last year on third down. They'll pick this one up inside the 40, inside the 15-yard line.
Zay Flowers already was on his way to a career day.
10th play of the drive for Boston College near the goal line and in for the touchdown. BC strikes first. They drive it down the field.
Yeah, kind of a bully of a drive.
The Eagles' offense was up and soaring. New coach Jeff Hafley had risen to the head coaching ranks as an innovative defensive mind.
We want to force people to drive the length of the field. We want to force them to make mistakes. We don't want to give up big plays. It's the quickest way to lose games. My philosophy is we're going to fly around to the ball and we're going to attack the football. So when you look at those three things, the scheme's going to be built on fundamentals and technique, flying around to the football and attacking the ball. And everything we do, every call we have, the main thing is to not give up explosive plays.
But that doesn't mean they couldn't create any.
Deflected away and incomplete.
Hafley's thumbprint was on the BCD from the get-go, shutting down the Blue Devils and making for a very long day on their own turf.
Bryce trying to buy some time and he gets cut down.
Boy, Valdez has been extremely active.
Marcus Valdez was omnipresent in Durham, but it's not just his football ability. His leadership was plainly visible. A reason his teammates chose him as one of this year's captains. And he's not the only captain taking charge.
It's about maintaining. Under duress, you might be tired. Maintain. Dig in. They may hit a drive. We may be in the low red. Dig in, rebite. It's all about the rebite. It's not going to be perfect today. It's time to play. Come on, man. We're going to talk, we're going to communicate, we're going to rebite, and we're going to dominate. All up. All up. Do your job. D-block on 3. 1, 2, 3. D-block.
There are no bigger explosive plays on defense than takeaways, and the Eagles created 5 of them.
Over the middle, it's picked off by the Eagles. That pass over the middle taken by Boston College, and the return up past the 40-yard line. McDuffie has the interception for Boston College.
That just stayed at home.
Right side, and BC collapses. Did the ball come out? It did. Boston College football inside the 5. A fumble by Duke.
Huge moment for Boston College there, Tom, to turn Duke back, but it looked like Duke was going to seize the lead.
The turnovers helped protect the lead in the first half and add to it in the second.
Up near the 15, a lunging attempt at it. BC took it back. DeBerry was playing against the receiver and he took it away.
Now there it is. The ball is out, it looks like to me, before Philyaw Johnson is on the ground. What a play by DeBerry, the young corner.
The possessed Eagles would not be denied, constantly pouncing on the football even when it seemed to be well protected.
From 24 yards away, Longman adds 3 points.
That defense would be complemented by an offense that found its rhythm.
Offensively, came from the NFL for a long time, and I fell in love with the NFL pass game. Really hard to defend, and love the college run game. All the ways you can run the quarterback and create a numbers matchup game. So what I want to do is I want to be balanced. I want to have a college run game element, and I want to have the NFL pass game mentality, because as a defensive guy, those are the things I found the hardest to defend.
Duke found them hard to defend as well. Jurkovic was spot on, completing 10 consecutive passes while throwing only 1 incompletion in the second half.
It's a one-handed grab at the 35 with a flag out. Hunter Long makes the catch.
What a grab by Hunter Long. Had his left arm pinned to his side.
Jurkovic would throw for 300 yards, and more than half of those were accumulated by Zay Flowers.
Garwo is the back for BC, but Jurkovic wants to throw. It's complete, 25-yard line. Flowers sidesteps a man down the sideline and breaking past the 10.
Flowers actually showed a little of both parts of the offense Hafley wants to run. catching a pass and getting lots of yardage after with nifty running moves, as the Eagles would score 16 third-quarter points to take control of the game.
First and goal, Boston College, with a minute and a half to go in our third quarter. Jurkovec got away from a man, back of the end zone, the leaping grab. Hunter Long has the touchdown for Boston College.
Jurkovec was showing why he was so highly recruited as one of the most decorated high school quarterbacks in Pennsylvania history. In his first game, he became one of just 3 BC QBs in the last 10 years to throw for 300 yards in a game, using his legs as well as his arm.
He gets cut off on the bootleg right here. He steps back inside and he looks for his favorite target, the tight end Hunter Long, along the end line. But that's just a nice play. That's a football play.
In the red zone or airing it out, it was a sweet debut.
Jurkovec unloads. He's got a wide open man, and it's Flowers. All by his lonesome, and he heads to the end zone. 61 yards on the BC touchdown connection.
Flowers picked up a career-high 162 receiving yards as the Eagles' offense would dominate clock. That helped keep the defense fresh, and they stayed relentless and continued to cause turnovers that ended any hope of Duke getting back into the game.
Third and goal. Rice lost the football. Still loose. Eagles say they have it, and the officials agree. Boston College, Deion Jones on that football for the Eagles.
The Eagles ball hawked all game. 3 fumble recoveries and 2 interceptions. Offense and defense fed off of each other's success, and although they knew there was plenty of work to do, they looked sharp and well prepared for an opening game. Behind the masks, there was a look of satisfaction. New players, new coaches, a new world for all, and a pretty impressive start on the road.
Jurkovec got away from the pressure. Rumpf was there at his ankles. Throws it to midfield. Jay Lewis.
Tom, and here's the big body quarterback. We see it happen in the National Football League. The Ben Roethlisbergers of the world, they just kind of shake off the arm tackles. Back to Tom Werner.
That is the throwback. Jurkovec out of trouble. Trying to stay on top on the throw, and it's Long with a diving grab inside the 10. Hunter Long for BC.
They had weathered a lot to get to this point, making the success that much more rewarding. A cool celebration in the southern sunshine, and the first chapter of the 2020 season has a very happy ending for the Eagles. They would head back to Chestnut Hill smiling, excited, and most of all appreciative that they had a chance to display their talents in what is hopefully just the start in this year of uncertainty. They won't remember everything about the first home game of the 2020 season. They will remember that it was a battle, and that Texas State was a worthy adversary.
Back is Calvin Hill, and the pitch left to Hill, scampering to the end zone and in.
As in their opening win, the Eagles played takeaway.
Back to throw, McBride throwing it near sideline right, up for grabs, and it's picked off by the Eagles. Here they come up the near side, 40 to the 45, 50. It's Mike Palmer to the 40, to the 30, Palmer to the 25, to the 20. Could go at the 10. Palmer trying to cut back, and he's pushed out of bounds. Jurkovec, quarterback keeper over the middle, and he's in. Phil Jurkovec, touchdown, Boston College, a 1-yard run.
During the week, young head coach Jeff Hafley told his team the Bobcats would be scrappy and that this one would come down to the wire. He was exactly right.
Gets the snap, back to throw at the 32. Looking, now out of the pocket, right up the gut. Running east-west, McBride still trying to throw. Chased, and he's down at the 37. Well done by the Eagles, chasing him out of the pocket. It was Maximilian Roberts and Max Richardson bringing some heat.
The defense kept the temperature up high in the Texas State backfield most of the game, flexing its muscle. Still, the Bobcats took the halftime lead.
McBride from the right hash, he looks left, he lofts it to the corner left, and this one is caught for a touchdown. What a grab. Corner of the end zone.
At the break, Hafley was still confident.
I'm just telling you the truth. Like, watching it and seeing it very closely. If we line up and we make our call like we do all the time in practice, they might not get another first down on us.
The response was evident. Isaiah McDuffie had a monster game as the Eagles piled up 5 sacks.
McBride with pressure again. This time he's sacked. Spun around like a top by Isaiah McDuffie for the sack.
But the Bobcats scratched for 7 more.
Firing to the right, it's caught. Past the 5, towards the end zone and in. Touchdown, Texas State. They grab a 20-7 lead.
Down 14, it was time to see what the Eagles were made of.
3rd and 13 for Jerkovic. He's got time to get a wide open man. It's the backup tight end, Spencer Witter. And that is what Boston College needed.
Would a comeback be just out of reach? No. The Eagles started to move. Hunter Long, who leads the nation in tight end catches, got them close, while Coach Hafley and his offensive line imposed their will.
Touchdown, Boston College. Jerkovic, his second touchdown, keeper of the night. And the Eagles are 8 points away from Texas State.
Digging in, there was no room for error and only room for everything they had every play. Would it be a comeback to remember? The defense certainly did its part.
Caught by Sturgis, but he's hit for a loss at the 41 by Isaiah McDuffie, who pursued him.
The BCD forced punts on the last 4 Texas State possessions, 3 and outs on the final 2.
Here comes McDuffie. McBride cannot escape. Wow.
So go out there and put more energy than you ever had. Go out there and have fun. Because I promise you one thing. I got your back no matter what. No matter what. You go out there with energy. You go out there and play fast, you play physical, and you don't worry about a thing. Because I love you guys, and I got your back. All I ask is one thing. Leave everything you have on the field for each other. Everything you got today, leave it on the field for the guy next to you. And I promise you, we'll be singing for Boston in here. Everybody grab a hand.
Jerkovic completes it. Gill, another first down for BC.
Let's go, baby! Come on!
The defense did their job, and one by one, the 11 on offense would do theirs.
So it's 2nd and goal from the 5 with 75 seconds left on the clock, and BC trailing 21-14. Looking left, Jerkovic now towards the middle. End zone, touchdown, Hunter Long! Hunter Long is the Eagle in the end zone. They're 1 point away from tying it up.
McBride again, throwing on 3rd down. It's caught, but it's shy of the 1st.
The defense not only held, but forced Texas State to use just 15 seconds.
Jerkovic back to throw across the middle. It's caught by Hunter Long to the 45 and tackled at the 48.
And that left the BC offense just enough time to complete the comeback mission.
Jerkovic looks left. He unloads it, and it's caught by Hunter Long out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Texas State would try to ice the Eagles, but the love of team would melt the Bobcats.
Kicking from right to left. Timeout, Texas State. Trying to ice Aaron Blueberry.
Let's go, boom! His name Boomer for a reason. Boomer. Boomer for a reason. Boomer. Just watch it, dog. You don't get that on tape. Just watch it.
And now it's up to Aaron Blueberry.
First attempt of 2020. Did not kick at Duke. Snap, spot, kick on the way. It is up.
You got it.
And it is good. Aaron Boumeri with the field goal. 3 seconds remaining, and BC grabs a 24-21 lead. Take a bow, Aaron Boumeri.
They won't remember everything about their only non-conference game of the season, but they will remember that on this night, they became more than a bunch of football players. They became a family.
I think BC has all the momentum in the world. We have a brand new coaching staff, young with a lot of energy. We have a bunch of guys returning, great players returning, a whole new attitude, a lot more energy. It's going to be an amazing year.
I think there's just a new energy around the program, and I think that once you have momentum, you got to keep it. The program as a whole and the school as a whole and coaching staff are doing a great job of using that momentum and running with it.
You can just feel it. It's a different atmosphere in the locker room and around campus.
We got a whole new coaching staff, and that just made us better. The energy they bring, we feed off that energy, and I feel like we're going to turn some heads this year.
As they go on the road and win here in Durham.
Team meshing, I think there's just so much positive energy around it, and I think we'll carry that throughout the season once we start winning games.
We haven't really been saying much, but people know that really good players are coming back, and we have a really good coach now, so I feel like the opportunity for BC is definitely on the rise.
It's because of Coach Hafley. I think he came in and he brought that atmosphere with him, and he brought that momentum. He really got everybody excited for BC football again. He said, get in, get in, get in. So I think a lot of people are going to be surprised on the momentum that we as a team have, and then the atmosphere that Coach has created for us and the fans.